Surely high. Of all of those Catholics, over 600 million of them right here in the United States. And many hundreds came to witness the Pope's first ever trip here to the United States 10 years ago. He made his way in the Popemobile down Fifth Avenue and celebrated Mass here at St. Patrick's Cathedral. He told Cardinal Timothy Dolan that he was surprised to see how many of the faithful here in America had come to see him. Now they're coming back to pay their respects, mourning from here at St. Pat's to St. Peter's in Rome. Inside St. Patrick's Cathedral, the seat of Catholicism sits empty Monday night as the passing of Pope Francis has drawn the faithful to pray from New York to Rome. At St. Peter's Square, outside the Vatican, hundreds came to recite the Rosary in the first public commemoration following the pontiff's death on Easter Monday. The papal apartment now sealed shut until a successor is selected. Vatican officials announcing Francis died of a stroke just hours after he appeared on the papal balcony to bless the faithful after Easter Mass.
Buona Pasqua.
The Holy Father's voice strained and appearing weakened following a bout with pneumonia several weeks ago.
Di leggere il messaggio.
New York's Timothy Cardinal Dolan happened to be preparing for a religious trip to Rome when he learned Francis passed away.
He could barely raise his hand yesterday, did you see? He could barely speak. He couldn't do much, but what he was, as a child of God, created in God's image and likeness, destined for all eternity.
Cardinal Dolan believes Pope Francis's death was choreographed perfectly by God.
You couldn't have choreographed it better, and we thank him for that. The way he lived and the way he died, he was a great teacher.
The Holy Father will break from a century-old tradition and be buried outside of the Vatican, instead choosing a basilica in Rome, saying in his last will that he wished for a simple tomb in the ground without particular ornamentation, bearing only the inscription Franciscus. His choice reflecting his humility in life and death.
It was his will, and we did it.
And at this hour, Cardinal Timothy Dolan is actually preparing to leave for Rome. He was on that scheduled trip for the 25th Jubilee celebration that was set to happen in the coming days. That will still go on. 200 Catholics from the New York Archdiocese also making their way to Rome in the coming days. And the Cardinal telling us shows you just how modern the church has come. They used to get messages by telegram, but this morning he got a notification of the Pope's death by text message. Shirley?
So much of this is now modern day, but Anthony, so much of this is also steeped in tradition. What happens next in this period of mourning for the church?
Hundreds of years of tradition. So we are now in the 9-day mourning period. The Pope's body will lie in state at the Vatican for people to come and pay their respects. And then on the 5th or 6th day, yet to be determined, will be the funeral for Pope Francis. The College of Cardinals still have to come up with that exact time frame. Back to you.
All right, Anthony, we appreciate you laying it all out for us. Thank you.